Long before angels and demons, before man walked the desert, there were the Jinn, beings made of smokeless fire. They move unseen through our world, shifting between shadow and flame. Ancient texts describe them as intelligent, curious, and dangerously unpredictable. Some say they whisper to us in our sleep, offering inspiration or ruin. And in the dark corners of the world, people still claim to feel their presence. This is the story of the Jinn, the dark ones who were here before us. The Jinn are said to have existed long before humanity, created by Allah from smokeless fire, while man was made from clay and angels from light. They live in a parallel world, a hidden realm known as the Al-Ghaib, the unseen. The Quran mentions them often, not as myth, but as a separate creation with free will. They eat, drink, love, hate, and die, just as we do. Some obey divine law, others turn rebellious, choosing darkness instead of light. In pre-Islamic Arabia, travelers spoke of strange lights in the dunes, and voices calling their names from empty canyons. Some tribes left offerings in the sand, dates, milk, incense, to appease the Jinn who haunted their wells and caves. Ancient poets claimed their verses came from Jinn companions, invisible muses whispering lines from another world. But when those whispers turned sour, villages would burn incense, recite verses, and call for protection. Because once a Jinn takes notice of you, it rarely lets go. Across centuries, stories of possession echo the same pattern. The sudden change in a person's eyes, their voice shifting to something hollow, their strength unnatural. In the Middle East, exorcisms known as ruqya are still performed, not to drive out demons, but to remove the Jinn who've attached themselves to human hosts. Witnesses describe dark shapes at the edge of vision, cold winds with no source, and dreams where something whispers their name. Some healers say the Jinn are drawn to strong emotions, fear, grief, rage, anything that burns hot enough to match their own fire. In the deserts of Oman and Saudi Arabia, truck drivers tell of black figures appearing on empty highways, vanishing when headlights touch them. In war zones and abandoned cities, soldiers report hearing voices speaking in languages they don't understand. Even in the American Southwest, where desert meets silence, people claim to see smoky silhouettes standing at the edge of their campfires. UFO researchers call it plasma, psychics call it energy, but the old ones have another name, the Jinn. In North Africa, shepherds tell of nights when their herds freeze all at once, ears pinned, eyes fixed on the dunes. Moments later, a dark wind sweeps through, carrying whispers that sound almost human. In Morocco, a miner vanished after hearing a voice echo through an empty shaft. He returned days later, burned, shaking, claiming something made of smoke pulled him beneath the earth. In the villages of Yemen, parents warn children not to follow strange lanterns in the desert, lights that lead travelers off their path, never to return. And in old Bedouin tales, campers speak of unseen guests who sit beside the fire, their shadows stretching far longer than any human shape. They say, if you ever feel the air turn heavy and the flame bends towards you, you're not alone. Some believe the Jinn are ancient interdimensional entities, beings of energy existing just beyond our perception. Others think they're the same phenomenon behind hauntings, alien abductions, and shadow people. Maybe what we call aliens are the same beings the ancients called Jinn. Different words, same terror. And maybe the lamp isn't just a legend. Maybe it's a symbol. A warning that once you release them, you can never truly put them back. The next time you feel a cold wind move through an empty room, or hear your name whispered when no one's there, remember the stories, because not everything that watches us comes from the stars. Some have been here all along, made of fire and smoke, older than angels, and forever unseen. This is Joshua Tree Encounters, where UFOs, cryptids, and high strangeness collide.